Thank you for joining me on the Tony Leo Show. And today's topic, Stephen A. talks about Jasmine Crockett.
Let me tell you what gets me annoyed. And I hope Jasmine Crockett is listening to this. By the way, she's welcome on the show. When you go on national television and you call in the president of the United States out of his name, and you're being all disrespectful, as a representative in this country, do you believe the citizens of Texas sent you there to do that? They don't like him either. I'm talking about those who voted for her in all likelihood. But because he is who he is and he is in that position, they expect you to go to Capitol Hill and figure out a way to maneuver yourself through that terrain to work in a fashion that's going to facilitate getting things done on behalf of your constituents. That's your job. That's your job.
Now, I don't condone nothing Stephen A. says. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all what the deal is. He done came out and started speaking his speak, and people start coming out from the sidelines and all from the cross everywhere. Yeah, hit it with the left. Yeah, hit it with the right. So let me just take y'all back and let y'all see what's going on. Check this out. Now, check her out. Check her out. Check Miss Martha out. Check it out.
Stephen A. Smith is at it again, attacking another Black woman, Jasmine Crockett. And it's just a sad situation because by him being a Black man and Jasmine Crockett being the great woman that she is, it's like it doesn't matter to him. Hello, good people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. And if you are new, welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Martha. I can see someone else doing this other than a Black man. For Stephen A. Smith to say the things that he has been saying about her, it's like, why? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Stephen A. Smith? This woman is fantastic. She is doing great things in her position as a congresswoman. But for you to want to talk so bad about her, it's like, why? Why? But you know why? I know exactly why he's doing this. It's simply because he wants to stay relevant. He wants the likes. He wants the clicks. He wants all of it. He just wants to keep the momentum going, to keep all eyes on him, because I don't know why people out here thinking that he would be a good candidate for someone to run for the presidency. I don't understand where they are coming from with that, because he would not be someone that I would vote for, period.
Yeah, Miss Martha hit him with the yeah. You ain't nobody. Yeah. You. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how we say it down here where I'm from. But check this out. Some Stephen A. He had a little backup. I ain't gonna lie, he had a little backup, and she was talking real sporty about Stephen A. and his comments about but she is right though. The people talking about canceling canceling people's segments and all that because of what they know. No, freedom of speech. I believe in freedom of speech, and that's what our soldiers died for. They died for us to have our freedom of speech, and that's what keep this nation who we are and what we are. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in freedom of speech. But check this out.
Apparently, the new civil right in 2025 is the right for liberal Black women to be above critique, especially if you're in a ratchet hang. Black liberals, they want Stephen A. Smith canceled for simply telling the truth about Jasmine Crockett. And I'm sitting over here like, when did honesty suddenly become hate speech? Y'all, this is really messed up. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he's a lot of things, but in this instance, he actually spoke the truth, and I don't even understand what the problem is.
Huh? Miss April had a little something to say about that, you know what I'm saying? Miss April had a little something to say about it, you know. But, you know, check, hey, you know, you got to go check her account out to, you know, review the whole entirety of the segment, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you had to go check out whole segment out, you know what I'm saying? So, Miss Tamika had something to say about it too. You know what I'm saying, Miss Tamika? You know what I'm saying? You know, Miss Tamika dropped a couple of bombs on her. You know, a couple of wake up calls. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't know you don't know what I'm talking about. Check this out. Check this out. Now, she was smooth. She was smooth and cool, and you know when she was dropping these, you know, one-liners on her. You know, to check this out. Check this out.
People who are in the Congressman John Lewis good trouble business. That this is what we do every day, is to get in trouble, to say the things that make people feel uncomfortable, and sometimes to take pay cuts and hits and sacrifices because we're standing up for what we believe in. I find that to be problematic, but again, I'm not a man and I'm also not in the sports world. So I've minded my business and kind of let y'all handle it. But when it comes to Congresswoman Crockett, that's very different for me. I think, first of all, as a Black woman who has had to deal with the attacks against me from people who don't look like me and people who do look like me, sometimes converging in the same moment, it makes me very sensitive to the fact that when you see it happening to someone else and you know what it feels like, you need to speak up and say something on their behalf, right?
Yeah, to Mr. Mika, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, Stephen A, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Take this uppercut for Stephen A. Take this uppercut, take the jab, you know what I'm saying? You know, take the hook, you know, take the hook, you know what I'm saying? You know, he don't get it though, you know what I'm saying? He don't get it. So a couple of other people had to drop a couple of bombs on him. They had to
applies as a few choice words for Stephen A. Smith after his confrontation with Jasmine Crockett.
And dear motherfucking house, yeah, motherfucking house. Stop getting motherfucking mad at everybody else, because everybody else don't want to be a motherfucking house like you. Be happy you a house. Be glad it worked out for you and your family. But everybody don't want to be no motherfucking house.
couple of comedian Godfrey out. You know what I'm saying? He just laid it on him. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thick. You know what I'm saying? You know, just check it out. Roll the tape.
You got to know how to talk to white folk. Jasmine Crockett, how dare you? You got to be nice to white folk. They don't like all that aggressive Negro antics. See the way I talk to white folk? I talk to them real good. I don't want to get daddy mad now. The President of the United States, he run a good country for us. Look at us. We's free. We eat food. We get to dance. We get TikTok. We can do Instagram. That's a good man. Stephen A. Smith. You at it again, man. ESPN, he talks his shit, always has talked his shit. Boisterous, you know, loud. That's what he does. He criticizes whoever's in his goddamn path. That's what he does.
Now, Willie D ain't really had nothing to do with it, but he just, you know, takes something out. You know what I'm saying? He takes a little something out, and Stephen A. got a hold of it, and this is from his mouth. This is what he read that Willie D said. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. Now Willie D, you know, Willie D is a good player. You know, and now if Willie D say you're soft, man, you got to be soft. You got to be soft. And why you know, Jasmine Crockett is somebody that represents his state. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course he gonna be with him. he gonna be with her, unless she got some flaws. You know what I'm saying? Unless she got some flaws, he gonna be with her. You know what I'm saying? But you had to come out and speak, and then speak on Willie D. Let's see what you had to say. Let's see from Stephen A's own mouth. Check this out.
Stop it. Can we just say, yo, Stephen A., I disagree with you. Here's why. We got Willie D. Put up that quote, please. He's putting out quotes or text or tweets about me. Let's see that again. Stephen A. Smith taking shots at Jasmine Crockett ain't just messy, it's weak. Dude is sitting on one of the biggest mics in America, and instead of using it to uplift, he's tearing down a black woman who's out here putting in real work. That ain't critique, that's betrayal. Jasmine Crockett ain't the problem. She's the kind of woman who walks into rooms full of snakes and makes the snakes flinch. Meanwhile, Stephen's showing what happens when the paycheck gets louder than the principal. That sucker straight up, end quote. Wow, Willie D. You sure are uplifting.
Woo! Willie D, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog, Willie D. That's my dog, you heard me? Hey, you just came on the scene, you know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Willie D. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Willie D, you know what I'm saying? Stephen A, you should have kept down, bro. You should have kept down quiet. For real, I'm not even lying. You should have kept down quiet, bro. You know what I'm saying? It did you some good. You know what I'm saying? In the hood. But you want to go out here and run your mouth and all this yippee yabbing, you know what I'm saying? And jibber jabbing the community. You know what I'm saying? This dude represents the community. You know what I'm saying? It look inconspicuous. You know what I'm saying? It look inconspicuous. It don't look right. You know what I'm saying? It just don't look right. Now, Sean Hannity had to come out here and talk about something. You know what I'm saying? Now, Sean Hannity, he, no. Let me back it up. Fox and Friends. Fox and Friends first. Fox and Friends want to drop a little salt on here and there. You know what I'm saying? Well, we keep shaking it. Shake them haters off. You know what I'm saying? We shake them haters off. You know what I'm saying? That's what they make the song. Shake the haters off. You know what I'm saying? Because we shake them haters off. You know what I'm saying? They don't like when we shake them off like that. You know what I'm saying? They shake them off like lights and fleas. You know what I'm saying? Because lights don't get on us. They just get on them. You know what I'm saying? Just to make, just to let you know. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. This is what they had to say. They had to drop a little salt on Fox and Friends. Check this out.
All right, Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett took time out of the House Judiciary hearing on immigration visas to insult First Lady Melania Trump and her legal status.
Yeah, Texas Congressman and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Lance Gooden, was at that hearing. He joins us now. And Congressman, I'm just going to read part of what she said in what I would call a very serious hearing on a very serious issue that impacts our country's immigration and ultimately decides who comes into our country. Yet the Congresswoman decides to use her time to say the following. Melania, the First Lady, a model. And when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, and Naomi Campbell. You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer, being an Olympic medalist, or having other sustained extraordinary abilities and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades under her belt. It doesn't take an Einstein to see that the math ain't math. And here, this, of course, the Einstein approach is what this approach to visas is called. Your reaction to that display, again, from a sitting U.S. Congresswoman against a First Lady, mind you, who championed an anti-bullying program in her first term.
Well, first of all, I think the First Lady is magnificent.
They had to drop a little salt, you know what I'm saying? Because you in the mix to make the chain twist, you know what I'm saying? You are in a position to change stuff. So they got to keep hitting you with this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Fox and Friends gonna be all this. Fox and Friends, gonna be all that, man. Fox and Friends. Fox and Friends garbage, man. They garbage. I don't even listen to them, bro. You listen to them, you're gonna be confused. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. Sean Hannity, he had to step his 2 cents in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got to come from the white supremacist way. You know, he got to drop his white supremacist knowledge on it. His drop some white supremacist salt on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, white supremacy, man, is going to doom white supremacy. White supremacy is going to be the death of ripest white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? White supremacy is going to be the death of white supremacy. Plain and simple, simple and plain. But I ain't gonna lie, the white man's smart. He done made a nation where it's all people included. You know what I'm saying? But so many people getting left out the situation that y'all trying to build. You know, the FBA's standing up talking about, hey, you know what I'm saying? We need to be recognized too. We've been here. We've been here for all eternity. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just not getting here. You know what I'm saying? We built this nation upon that, and we took slavery in this nation. And we can't get reparations. We can't get reparations? Oh, man. Things gonna get retarded. Things gonna get retarded. I'm telling you. And we can't get no reparations, things gonna get retarded. I'm lying, but Michelle Obama had she got a show. She got a show doing very well. She had her husband on the show, Barack Obama. You know, and they was talking about the situation, and guess what? You know, Sean Hannity had to drop a little salt on it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good. It ain't good if they don't salt it down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, check this out. You know, people had to jump out on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? People had to jump out on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? You know, people had to jump out on the sideline. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Take this, Stephen A. Take this. Yeah. You stand up for Donald Trump. You stand for somebody who don't give a damn about you. Yeah. Do that. Take that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ross Wynn, 67, 69, had to stand up and take his spot. You know what I'm saying? Had to get his little spot in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He jabbing Stephen A in the chin. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I see Stephen A just backing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta back up. Man, check out what Ross said, man. Check this out, man. Check it out. Roll the tape.
Was so much, and Samantha couldn't save you. So I think this proves that maybe you should just stop talking about politics and get back to sports, because it doesn't seem like when you talk about politics, things go well. But it was the right thing to do. We haven't seen too many apologies for things like this, so you gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then when if he ain't got enough of that, Stephen A, you know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't got enough of that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, while you're down on the ground, you're begging for help, I apologize, please, I apologize, you know, Flips to get 510, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Check this out, roll the tape, man, roll the tape.
Man, Stephen A. Smith, you at it again. You talking noise, talking junk about Jasmine Crockett, man. Come on, man. You always going at it with somebody. Like, it could be anybody. Like, people be going at you, man. Like, and at the end of the day, like, you just talk that junk. You always try to act like you some independent, but you're really on the Republican side, man, because they're the only ones who really give you, airplay and all that, man. You're always going at the Democrats, this and that and the third, but it's not even about that. It's about just, you know what I'm saying, like, being a man. Stop calling out people, man, like left and right. I don't care if you call out LaFraudulent James. You can call him out anytime you want. I'm here to see it, man. I got my popcorn out and everything for that one. But come on, man, like, leave people alone. At some point, people are just going to really turn you off as if they haven't already, man. Like, your name's always in the news for drama and beef and all that. And it's like Roland Martin called you out, D.L. Hughley, Jasmine Crockett, Kwame Brown, man. He been roasted you, man. You been not wanting that mama's cooking. He been shut you down all the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stephen A, you finished, man. You finish with the political shit, man. Just lay it down and be quiet. Just keep talking sports. Sports is what you do. You sports king. You're trying to dip into other people's category. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to peep in other people's category, man. You know, you need to chill it, man. You need to slow down, bro. Slow down and listen to the people first. Listen to the people first before you start making comments. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Miss Jasmine Crockett. Listen to Miss Jasmine Crockett. Listen to her, please.
A lot to cover, so I'm starting with the AG. I want you to tell me whether or not it's lawful or lawless ignoring court orders.
That's lawless.
Impounding congressional funds.
Violates the law.
Invoking emergency powers when there is no emergency.
Unlawful.
Sending troops without an invite.
Violates the law.
Covering for pedophiles. I just threw that one in there. Okay, I'll move to the next one. What about revoking birthright citizenship?
Violates the 14th Amendment of the Constitution.
How about violating due process?
Violates the 5th and 14th Amendment of the Constitution.
How about what we see happening with redistricting that would in some way minimize, if not delete, the voices of people of color as they are going through and illegally going through this process? Is there a constitutional amendment that you can think of that is associated with that?
Probably many, but it is unlawful and unconstitutional and un-American.
Thank you. As well as, can you tell me if it is lawful or lawless to violate free speech?
That's lawless.
Okay, sounds about right, because, you know, we had to have a conversation about Jimmy Kimmel, so I'm going to say free Jimmy Kimmel for sure, and hopefully we will deal with the FCC chairman. But the reason that I wanted to go through that long list, and that was actually not even the half of it, is because since this administration has come in on January 20th, they have engaged in some form of every single thing that I said on that list, even the part about covering for pedophiles. So my question is, why are we sitting here today? Number one, they already passed their bootleg laws, and it's clear that even the bill author is not well informed about what his bill does. Because as has already been stated, at the age of 18, you are an adult. So this idea that somehow 21-year-olds were now somehow juveniles under DC law, is that accurate or inaccurate?
It was inaccurate, misunderstood the way the law works.
Correct. Could not understand how to read the law and decided that they were going to rewrite the law and mess up the law.
Now, we can all form our opinion. You know what I'm saying? We can all form our opinion about what's going on and what's in this and this. Now, I done come to the conclusion that Stephen A. don't know what he's talking about. Roland Martin even said this here. Check this out.
Earmarks during the annual appropriation process. While this is a common limit for House members, the rules for congressionally directed spending in the Senate are different. What does it say right here? Each member is capped at 16. Funding was available only to state and local governments and certain nonprofit organizations. All submitted requests are required to be posted publicly on the member's website. And it details all these different things. Well, Stephen A., the problem is the House hasn't voted on the appropriations bill. That's what the continuing resolution. See, the reason we're in a government shutdown because the Republicans want to pass a CR, a continuing resolution, to fund the government as is until November 21st, so they can eventually actually pass an appropriations bill. So when you say she's just popping off criticizing Trump, well, Stephen A., the Republicans, Speaker Mike Johnson, has had the Democrats for 72 of the last 84 days not in session.
Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Now, pack your bags, pack up, and go home, and don't think about politics no more. Just keep doing the sports thing, man. We love you in the sports, bro. You the king. You know what I'm saying? You the sports commentating king. You know what I'm saying? But in the political things, we ain't feeling it. We're not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? We're not feeling it. We're definitely not feeling it. You know.
I feel, and I will do what I want. It doesn't mean I'm going to be insensitive. It doesn't mean that I don't care about our community. A matter of fact, most of the trouble I get in is because I care about our community. And the reason I'm bringing this up and the reason that I'm willing to attack this subject, because this really ain't about Jasmine Crockett. I respect her. I wish her nothing but the best. I was simply asking a question. That's all. What's working for you? Because I don't want her to lose the prowess that she has. I want it to continue to gain and elevate. We need resistance to what we see going on in the streets of America. I asked a question. I get it now with Trump feeding into that nonsense, giving him fodder or ammunition to continue to go out there and talk about our black women that way. I got it. I don't like that at all. I don't want to be associated with nothing like that. And I apologize because I respect the hell out of Jasmine Crockett and what she has accomplished. I absolutely do. And I appreciate the fact that she feels compelled to fight the way that she's fought, the way that she fights because of what she's dealing with.
Thanks, like, subscribe, and if you can, comment. Go ahead and comment. You know what I'm saying? Leave me your likes. Leave me your thoughts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how you feel about this here. You know what I'm saying? And what tell me what next segment I need to make. What's the next thing I need to report on? You know what I'm saying? Just leave me a comment, tell me, and I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? If I think about it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, love you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out.